Hi, everybody. Welcome to our first episode of the Blackout podcast. Today, we're going to be exploring a very powerful question. What is it to be a student here at CSUN? What is it to be a Black student here at CSUN? What is it to be a scholar here at CSUN? And ultimately, what makes a Black matador? These are questions that I think all Black students across campus rattle with and think about on a day-to-day basis. So today we're diving deeper into what it actually means and how it feels. What do you do every day to make sure that you are a Black matador, to make sure that you are operating as a student, operating at the highest level of Black excellence? What do those things mean? To help us answer these questions, I'm going to kick it over to my lovely reporters. So let's see what you guys have to say.
Being a Black matador to me means expressing your own personal identity and culture right here at CSUN. Whether that's how you dress, what you say, or what clubs you're associated with, that is being a Black matador. It's all about being your best self to succeed here at CSUN.
Being a Black matador to me means showing up as my full self and taking up space at CSUN that reflects where I come from.
To me, being a Black matador is to be hardworking, to never stop.
Hi, everyone. My name is Noah Finley, your main anchor here at the Blackout podcast. And today I am joined by my amazing co-host.
Hello, you guys. My name is Jabari Bond, and I am a senior here at California State University Northridge.
Today we're joined by a great special guest. His brand has taken storm here at CSUN and has really enthralled the community here. So we're here to talk to him a little bit more about his brand, his life, and how he started out here at CSUN. So please welcome Mason or Mace.
Good to see that. Yeah, good. So we start angry.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
So Mason, thank you for being here. For being here. So today we just kind of want to know, like, tell us a little bit more about yourself. Like, why did you choose CSUN? Why was the school that you wanted to go to? And how has it been so far?
Well, realistically, I really didn't want to go to college at first. I was one of the kids, straight out of high school. Like, I was going to make it out of sports or something, but, like, it didn't go that way. So then my mom offered me to go to CSUN, and I was like, oh, I don't know. So I took a gap year when I graduated. Then 2024, I just decided to, like, make that step and go to CSUN. First day, it was, like, scary, like going to a college first day. And then I remember looking at, like, the TikTok of, like, the CSUN and, like, seeing, like, how lit CSUN was. I wasn't really seeing this. I was like, damn, bro, it's about to be a long 4 years. I was like, damn, you love. And then, I just settled down first semester. And then I started doing the content going into, like, December. And then ever since, that's what I've been doing. It was nothing that was, like, driving me to, like, be involved with the school. So I was like, dang. Like, what can I do that will make people want to connect with me in such a way, but I can make it funny at the same time?
Yeah.
And then, like, one day, me and my friend, baby, my friend, we had went to our friend's house because he had to get interviewed. And we were just talking with him, like, same, like, podcast vibe like this. So, like, he was like, oh, yeah, like, I have a girl that goes to CSUN. I was like, oh, your girls go to CSUN? And then, like, my friend was like, oh, yeah, like, all the girls go to CSUN. I was like, yeah, like, all the Bops go to CSUN. Yeah, like, he stood up and said, all the Bops go to CSUN. And I'm like, yeah, bro. And it ended off at that. And then, like, I think, like, a week went by. And then we were thinking, like, dang, like, we need to cut this podcast and, like, post it. So then, we were, like, trying to help him, like, cut the clips and stuff. And then we were like, nah, like, you just got to go in front of the CSUN sign and say, all girls go to CSUN. And I was lucky, like, I really don't want to do this, I was trying to be a content creator, but I didn't know how. I was like, dang, like, I guess. Yeah. So I went there, like, after class. It was, like, 4 o'clock. And, like, I remember it took me, like, 12 takes to take that video, like, me with 2 times speed explaining why all girls go to CSUN. I was like, I look, you think I iced it. And I sent it to him. He was like, this is perfect. And then, like, I just didn't care for it. And, like, the next day, he had posted it and, like, sped it up.
Yeah.
After I posted it on my page, because it didn't originally blow up on my page. He had made a page that was for me, that was, like, meant for, like, memes of me, because, like, I was a plenty guy I hired. So he basically took the video, put it in 2 times speed, and then after that, like it just blew up. Got like 100,000 views. And I was like, holy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the aspect of like adding to college life and college fun, do you think that this term that you brought, just kind of like circling back to like maybe some other perceptions of your brand, like do you think that like everyone is like, yeah, this is like great, it's fun. Oh yeah, I mentioned Cyberpunk, like look, you're making us look bad. Like, and did you get a lot of that kind of reaction at first, or was it more just like, oh, it's cool, and then like what's the reaction now?
It's more like, it's so crazy. The switch up is crazy with y'all, for real. At first, it was really like, oh shit, here's the CSUN Bop guy. Like, all Bops go to CSUN. Like, I remember I was like, I had lost my phone at Rolling Loud or something. Like, I had to get my phone back. And like, I was in Woodland Hills and like girls in a car drove by and was like, oh, Bops go to CSUN. And then like, yo, I was like thinking like, it's more of like, it seemed like a happier thing. Like, oh, we have something to laugh at.
Okay.
Like, it's something to pay attention to. Like, this guy's like, see some Bop guy. Like, let's pay attention to him.
Yeah.
It was just like smaller. It was like people saying like, oh, like you're making our school look bad. But it was more of like jokey vibe. It wasn't really like, oh, we hate you. Like,
Yeah.
it was just more like, it's funny, but like, I don't support it. Right. Or like, it's funny, I support it, but I'm not about. And I go to see some type of things. And then, but like towards like the end, it was more of like getting to that point where like people are like, oh, this is corny. Like, why you calling us Bops? Like, why the girls? There were some guys trying to like make it seem like, oh yeah, like all Bops don't go to CSUN. All the lover girls go to CSUN. It was just like, they were like, okay, like I was just looking at it as like a joke, like meme standpoint, like. I don't really pay too much attention to it, so it doesn't really affect me. At first, I'm not gonna lie, a couple comments was getting me pretty like enraged, but I like held back from like responding. Like, I really don't respond to comments unless it's like funny stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's like everybody loves it, and like people come up to me, and then it's just like cool, and it's like different now too, especially when like we had like the protest at our school last year. People are taking pictures of me, but it was really just for like the shirt. And then now, like this year, when I come in on campus, people are taking pictures of me without the shirt. And I'm not talking about the CSUN Bop anymore. So it's just like, I feel like everybody lives it now. And like people say, oh, like, oh, that's a TikTok guy. Oh, that's a Bop guy. Oh, like, oh, hey, what's up? Can I get a picture? And it feels like every other day that's coming. So it's like, I feel like it's getting like better. And like people are starting to accept it as a meme. And like, as like, he's not serious, but it's funny.
Yeah.
It's giving our school publicity, making more people come to CSUN, bringing more eyes to CSUN.
Yeah.
So I know some people may connect the word Bops with like a stereotype for women. So how do you feel about that?
You know, it's really a wide. It's not only girls, y'all. I can say it for boys and girls. It wasn't really. I mean, it sounds like it was meant for the girls, which it kind of was at the start, but like realistically, it's really for everybody. Whoever wants to use it. It's not really directed only towards the girls. It just sounded great in the song, so it's just like, just go to see some shit about.
All the goers go to CSUN.
If your bitch go to CSUN, she a bop. Tell that bitch fuck it up. What? Don't stop. If your bitch go to CSUN.
So it's like, it wouldn't sound right if you said if you're a boy. Like, it just wouldn't make sense. So it just sounded better lyrically than it did just, you know, diverse and like versatility. So it's
Okay, so how would you say your time at CSUN has like shaped the person you are today?
it's definitely brought my younger self back out of me. Cause like, especially like, cause when I was going to school in 9th grade, I was really like sports activated, doing track, and like I had like high school. It was just like a different switch, like coming from like living the sports life with like your family hard on sports. And after like coming out of 8th grade in middle school, I was like hot out to get in sports. Like I had like high school wanting to offer me to like go to their high school or on the track, and like I thought like my life was set after that, and then COVID hit, and then I'm thinking like I'm going back. I just have to like keep grinding, and it's like I was like, before COVID, I was like a happy funny. I was like the funny guy. Like, I was like the Instagram social media guy in a way. Like, I was getting traction on some of my videos. And then like COVID hit. I had moved out of LA, came to the Valley, and I'm getting homeschooled. 1 month turned to 2 months, 2 months turned to 5. Oh, interesting. Then it's turned into 10 months and then 10 to a year plus. Wow. And every day I'm literally playing the game, playing 2K20 every day, like 12 hours a day, staying up to like 6 in the morning, then wake up, go to online school. And it wasn't a fun journey. It wasn't. It really brought me down. I was kind of like a weird switch, being like active, social all the time, to being like by myself in the Valley. Yeah, my friends in LA hanging out, and like I'm just by myself. So it kind of like brought me into like a sense of depression in a way. Then with this, it just brought me like back, like it just made me who I was before, and just highlighting it to the world now. Yeah, I wanted it to be back then.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just. It felt way better. Like CSUN first semester felt like the dull, like 4 years at CSUN.
Yeah.
Boring. And then after December, when I like started blowing up the CSUN stuff, it just felt like every day just felt like great. Like it just felt like I was living in like a movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can only imagine, like, you went to high school in LA, you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then having to move out, to the Valley, and then even the culture difference there. You know what I mean? Like, can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's hard. I grew up in Inglewood, freshman at Westchester. I was living the life, I can't lie. I was living the life. I was outside with my friends all the time. We were hanging out, doing activities. We were doing stuff we weren't supposed to do late night. It was just like
Having fun.
something that every kid should have.
Yeah.
Being outside, I'm not worried about my phone. I'm going to practice.
Right.
I'm glad to be at practice.
Yeah.
I was showing up. And like school is just fun. And then comes to the Valley. I mean, I was living with my dad, so like it was cool. Yeah, like got like a nice house, pool, but like it wasn't the same. So I wasn't outside anymore. I wasn't playing the sport that I was like made to play at this time. So it was like,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, like I can wake up early in the morning, like go out for a run, but it's like on Saturdays, Sundays, Fridays, I'm not showing up to a track meet. So it's like rainy, like where's the sparking? Or so it's like the Valley, it felt like a good place, but it didn't feel like home at the time. So then like being here for like what, 4 or 5 years now, it's now a place that like I call home now. It feels weird being in LA sometimes. So it's like,
Ow.
definitely a good switch to keep out here good.
Yeah.
There's some, weirdos out here, but yeah. I think it's a good switch, coming from LA to the Valley in the mountains, especially it being hot.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Very hot.
Do you feel like CSUN is like part of the reason why you feel like the Valley is like your home now?
Yeah, really, because it's like I have something, like basically I have a foundation in a city that like I wasn't originally from. Like basically like, because I feel like the Valley and LA is two different parts. Like it's just a whole different part of life. Like you're entering a portal and it's like, the Valley is like the big league. That's how I seen it. So it was just like,
I think yeah, I think that I could probably resonate with that too. Like I'm from like Carson, California, so it's very different than like coming out here. And yeah, I would definitely say like coming to CSUN is like, this is a whole different situation. And I think too, like the Black culture different as well. Especially if you haven't been out here for like as long as you have. Or you do go home on the weekends, you don't stay up here, trying to find where is everybody at? Like, where's the Simply Wholesomes of the Valley? Like those type of things. It's, you know what I mean? I'm gonna just go back to LA. So I definitely agree. Definitely agree.
Cause it just didn't feel real when like I'm going to school with like certain celebrities' kids. Like I was a bigger part that I couldn't like really understand. Like it was just crazy. And like kids are coming to school, and like high school is like loud BMW cars popping, Mercedes Benz. Bro, I'm watching kids at Birmingham get dropped off in Lamborghini Uruses and stuff. I mean, I gotta be rich now,
Right.
so like, I gotta figure it out. So it was like,
With all the qualifications of Bob,
Would you consider yourself a bop?
all right, y'all, we're gonna end it here, you know. But not for real. I wouldn't consider myself bad. I literally came here, you know, in touch, still in touch. I really play around, talk to the CSUN girls here, you know, for my sake only, so I don't become a bot, you know. Cause one story time it all takes. I just feel like that's what be getting me scared. So I'd rather just stay, you know, to myself, be bopless, be just by myself, you know. I let everybody else have the fun while I'm just in the room outside doing something of some sort.
networking.
Yeah, exactly. Making videos for y'all to watch.
Okay. Stay bop with. Heard it here first, you know? Man himself. Stay bop.
Man, if y'all want to have fun, y'all want to have fun. I can't stop it. But it's just like, I'm just pointing out the obvious.
Yeah.
But I'm not about to. So for y'all that want to clutch me, oh, I think you're about. No, it's not that. I made it, so I can't be considered the Bob, because like I would contradict myself. So it's just like, yeah, I'm not about.
Okay. All right. Well, point has been clarified, y'all. He is not the bop that he's talking about. Not the bop. So don't say you bop. It's everybody else.
You're just the content guy,
Right.
the Bob. He's some Bob guy. Whatever y'all say.
So I remember you interviewed me actually after a women's basketball game, but we peeped that you interviewed celebrities like NLE Choppa, D Savage. So how'd you get in that tough space?
All right, what school has the biggest bops?
CSUN. CSUN for sure.
All right, who am I here with? D Savage. What school has the biggest bops?
I probably have to say CSUN or something like that, bro. That's where all of my bops went.
Well, I really got in those spaces because my friend, Thimino, you know, he's an artist. So I was at a show with him in Arizona. I think he was performing it's like Glorilla, NLE, and a couple other artists. But we were backstage and he was getting done with a press conference. And then I think I was with, who was it? I forgot. He's another podcaster, Kev. I forgot. But he had helped me. Yeah, came with me. And he like talked to me. He was like, "Oh, like I have my guy right here doing the interview." I looked like scared. I was like, "Oh well, shoot!" Like, the wants to interview randomly. Where he came up in like the hallway, and then like I first asked him, he was like, "Nah, bro." And then like they closed the doors. But, like I hadn't made it in, and like I asked him again. He was like, "All right, book it." And then like he did, and I was like, "Oh shit." And I walked away looking hype arrested. That was like, oh, like this video has to be great. Like there's no way. I got Emily Chapel in my video. This is the time where he was like blowing up, like still, you know, popping on Instagram and stuff like that. So I just felt like, yeah, that was a crazy moment. And then with D Savage, I think I was at an album release party with my friend as well. And then I just caught the moment and like talked to him beforehand and like just did the video with him. It was pretty cool. Like, yeah, it was just a good vibe, and we just made the video, and yeah, I just put NLE and D Savage in the same video. I added like a couple other kids at CSUN, and like that went up. I actually kept that video in the drafts for a minute because like I was like low-key scared. I was just doing like random, like I would like stress myself to post every day, but like I knew I had this video here, but like I just didn't know when the right time was. But like I was like, no, there is no right time, so I just posted it, and like it went up. Like I suspected, so
You had to sit in the ball for a little bit.
yeah, I had to sit in the wall. Bro, can't lie.
Do you feel like this like changed the trajectory of your brand overall, or?
Yeah, definitely made it better because it's like, dang, who is this CSUN kid getting Edward and interviewing Emily Choppa? Who is he to interview D Savage? It's just like, just gotta get in the mix. Like, just gotta wiggle your way in, bro. You can't just sit around the corner and just wait for an opportunity to be given to you. So it's just like, yeah.
I want to take the time right now also to ask you, yourself, what do you define being a Black Matador? How do you define it? What does it feel like to you? And do you think you're, demonstrating that?
Yeah. I feel like it's just about like, showing up, doing what you're supposed to do, take care of the things you're supposed to take care, and just show up as an individual and like work hard towards what you're striving for. Don't really like fall into the loop of like doing what everybody else is doing and like trying to like pave the way for yourself. Because you gotta think, it's not a lot of us who are just making it out.
Yeah.
So it takes one to like to help others sometimes. So I feel like when I basically overly, or no, basically what I'm trying to say is I feel like down the road, the longer I'm here at CSUN, like the more I do and like the bigger I get, it's gonna give people a sort of like direction of like, oh dang, like he's doing this, he's doing that. Let me figure out how I can do this too, so I can upskill and change my family's life as well. So I feel like, in a sense, there's definitely something that people can like latch off of me, and like use that into their own lives.
Yeah.
As far as like like how they carry this up and like how they go about things.
Yeah. So you would, I'm just hearing you talk about that. I would say that, like perseverance, not giving up, and then really understanding like your start to where you want to go is really what would define what being a Black Matador is.
Yeah.
Specifically for you.
Because with all this getting into the content world, it looks like cool, fun, easy, but like it's a bumpy ride. It's the journey for real. So it's like a lot of people would have quit 3 months in. Like it hits different when it's late night and you come off that hot video 300K, and then 2 weeks go by, you haven't had a video with 50K views. So it's just about, you really just gotta be consistent towards this belief of God, and and not give up. Because like, give up, you're cooked. You're gonna follow the same path that everybody else is taking, living the regular life. Like me, I just don't want to live that regular life. So I see myself being a woman and like changing my cousin's life. So it's just like, if I want that, I have to do things that aren't regular. So
I think all of us here really, are coming to college as Black students to provide a better life for ourselves, but in turn also pave that back to our families. And I just want to thank you so much for being here. And the last question, very last question I have for you is, what's next? Where can we find you? You got any new platforms you on? And what's your brand now? Like, what's next?
Next couple ones in next year, I feel like that's the point where it's gonna be a new skill of like what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna reach a new level every time. So y'all should just be seeing me doing the utmost craziest things, fun, living the fun life, college life, making CSUN's community just better, like more of like a college experience that people want. Yeah. I definitely need to throw my own party pretty soon, because it's definitely anticipated for the last 7 months. So I'm working on trying to throw this party and making it something where it's the biggest and craziest thing that the Valley, LA County has ever seen, as far as like doing the utmost extreme. Even if it costs a pretty penny, I just know it's gonna go into it, because you gotta invest in yourself if you want outcome on things. So definitely gonna try to throw a CSUN Bop whatever party and make it the biggest thing that y'all have seen. So that, and me getting into the music industry and like being a producer, I feel like I want to really get some sort of placement going into next year.
Okay.
As well with that, and then yeah, just like collabing brands and like trying to build as a whole and like branch into different communities, working with other content creators. And yeah, just keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing and I'm destined for it, really.
Okay, well, y'all heard it here first. Party,
Your comp.
wherever we gotta, right, wherever we gotta go. And so thank you again. And we are so appreciative here. He come in on our first episode. There's our very first guest. It was a big deal. Big deal. Yes, so we're super excited to see you, bro. And you got some links like Instagram, like where can they follow you at?
Y'all can catch me on SwagYN26, MySpace and Instagram. Not just playing.
I can catch me on Understand Nation on all platforms. You know, that's my only thing.
Yeah, next thing y'all see me should be out of this, out of the hood, making it out. Yeah.
Well, y'all, this was Mason. Thank you for
Appreciate you, Sally. Appreciate you so much.
Hey y'all, thank you guys so much for watching. I have been Noah Finley.
I'm Jabari Bond.
And this is the first episode of the Blackout Podcast. And you can definitely check us out for more episodes and more content on Instagram and YouTube. See you guys later. After hearing from all of our reporters, from students across campus, from Mason, and from you all that commented on Instagram, I think it's clear that being a Black Matador means a variety of different things. For some, it's pride. For some, it's pressure. For some, it's walking into classrooms and spaces where you may not always feel seen, but showing up anyway. It's finding community in places that feel like home to you. But in this episode, it also showed the other side. How words we use, the labels we create, can shape how we see each other. The term Bops didn't come out of nowhere. It came from a moment, from a conversation, from a campus culture that is still trying to figure out how to talk about Black identity, respect, and belonging. And it's not easy to unpack. It's not always comfortable to talk about, but maybe that's what being a Black Matador is. Maybe it's asking the hard questions, even when they hit close to home. Because if we don't challenge how we see ourselves, someone else will do it for us. So when I think about what it means to be a Black Matador, I think about showing up in all of our layers, our contradictions, our growths, our sadnesses, our madnesses, our happinesses, anything that makes you you. And I think about the ownership of our stories before they get rewritten by someone else. This episode wasn't about just finding one answer. It was about starting a conversation about who we are, how we move, and how we ultimately define ourselves here at California State University in Northridge. I'm Noah Finley, and this has been the Blackout Podcast. Thank you all for listening, and thank you all for sharing your real, authentic truths. We'll be back next time with more Black stories, real stories, and counter narratives. Bye, guys.
What's good, Matadors? Welcome back to the CSUN Blackout Podcast. My name's Andrew, and today I'm here with my main man, Ken. How you feeling, bro?
Doing amazing.
Good to hear. So, for the people back at home, for the people watching who don't know you, let them a little bit know about yourself.
Of course. My name is Kemp, as he said. I'm a senior here at CSUN. I'm aspiring to get a career in human resources since I'm a business management major.
What's up, Matadors? I'm Jordan McAllister, reporter here at the Blackout Podcast, and I'm here with second-year student Genesis Mason. So what's your major? Currently, my major is child development.
Okay, I'm Kayla Christian, and I'm here with
Carson.
Okay, what's your major in your year at CSUN?
My major and year at CSUN, I'm a freshman, and my major is urban studies and planning.
What to you does it mean to be a Black Matador in this space? Like, what does that mean to you, and what does that weigh?
Being a Black Matador means Black excellence, right? It means performing at the highest level that you possibly can. And again, that can look different for different people.
I'd say being a Black Matador on campus is amazing. Never have I ever felt, oh, I should have went to this other school. Oh, I should have went to this school. That school is like a better feel connected. I feel very connected with the school.
Why did you choose CSUN?
I chose CSUN because it's not too far from LA, and I came here before for a field trip from my high school, and the school seemed pretty nice. And CSUN was getting kind of popular, almost people it seemed like a cool, good school to go to.
Where are you seeing it like getting popular on?
I be seeing it on Instagram and like TikTok.
Yeah.
See some be popping, like, you know, like the students be having fun, like, you know, maybe like some cool stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.